Is Sister Wives star Kody Brown all right? After Sunday night's new episode, many viewers think he's completely losing his grip. Even Robyn has said on camera that her husband feels different as they adjust to life after polygamy. In fact, many wouldn't be surprised to learn the TLC star is on the verge of a nervous breakdown. See what viewers have to say as season 19 continues. Viewers are concerned Kody Brown is about to break down. During Sunday night's new episode, Kody Brown seemed practically manic. Fans watched him chop down trees and talk wildly about Christine's upcoming wedding. He's adjusting to life as a monogamist, so it's a major change. But even so, many think Kody Brown is on the verge of completely snapping. Is Kody Brown having a mental breakdown? One Redditor asked on the platform, anyone else think Kody is either having a mental breakdown now because of everything that's happened, or started having one and that's why Christine, Janelle, and Mary left because his personality changed so much before they left? Or is it just him getting older and wanting to settle down? Or he's always been this way? I feel like something snapped in him before Christine, Janelle, and Mary left, and there was such a personality changed. They couldn't take it anymore. Sister Wives viewers agree something is amiss. Many other Reddit users had responses to the question. Many thought Kody Brown was naturally this way, but cameras have definitely exacerbated his personality flaws over the years. And his natural desire for attention might have a lot to do with it as well. I definitely think he's always been this way, but the fame and money just amplified it. He seems to thrive on control and attention, and once the spotlight hit, it only made those traits more extreme. It's like the cracks were always there, but now they're impossible to ignore. Kody was used to having 4 wives dote on him and give him constant praise. Same with all of their children. Now he's the reality Tevman villain, and most of his children are low or no contact, and 3 wives have left him. He has to brag up Robyn to try and feed that hungry ego. I do think he is having a mental health change in the past few years, or at least the problem amplified. You can see it in his eyes for sure. Do you think Kody Brown is on the verge of a nervous breakdown? What did you think of his behavior during Sunday night's new episode? Share your own thoughts and ideas in the comments below. Keep following TV shows Ace Online for the latest TLC news and updates. Catch new episodes of Sister Wives at 10 p.m. Eastern Time each Sunday night on TLC. Fans of Sister Wives have witnessed Kody Brown's emotional roller coaster over the years as he navigates the complexities of his plural marriage with 4 wives: Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn. However, as the show has progressed, many viewers have started to speculate that Kody may be experiencing a nervous breakdown. This theory stems from a combination of his behavior, emotional outbursts, strained relationships with his wives, and the overall pressure of managing multiple marriages and family dynamics. So why do fans think Kody is on the verge of a breakdown? One of the most significant contributing factors to the speculation about Kody's mental health is his increasingly erratic behavior on the show. In recent seasons, Kody's emotional reactions have been extreme, with him often lashing out at his wives, especially when they challenge him. His tendency to shut down, become defensive, or explode in anger when confronted has left many viewers questioning his emotional stability. In particular, his interactions with Christine and Janelle have raised eyebrows. Kody's inability to effectively communicate with his wives, coupled with his quick temper, has given fans the impression that he is struggling with overwhelming stress. The emotional strain Kody is under is not hard to understand, considering the evolving dynamics in his family. Over time, Kody's marriages have deteriorated, with Christine's decision to leave him being one of the most dramatic shifts in the family. Christine's departure, which aired on the show in 2021, was a pivotal moment in the series, and it exposed just how fragile Kody's emotional state had become. Fans observed his anger and frustration in the aftermath of the breakup, especially when Kody struggled to accept Christine's decision to leave. Rather than demonstrating understanding or empathy, Kody's reactions were often those of disbelief, shock, and bitterness, which suggested an inability to process such a major Kody's relationship with his other wives, particularly Janelle, has been strained in recent years. Janelle, who was once one of Kody's closest and most practical partners, became another point of tension. Fans noticed that Kody's relationship with Janelle seemed to weaken as she grew more independent and began questioning his decisions. Janelle's decision to not conform to Kody's increasingly rigid rules, particularly around COVID-19, left Kody feeling disconnected and frustrated. His inability to reconcile his desire for control with the needs of his wives created a deep rift, which only added to the emotional pressure he was facing. Additionally, Kody's behavior during the COVID-19 pandemic also raised alarms among fans. During this period, Kody's strict and often unreasonable rules for his wives and children seemed to come from a place of heightened anxiety and obsession. His demand for total separation between his wives and their families, coupled with his tendency to micromanage every aspect of their lives, made it clear that Kody was struggling with a sense of control over the situation. In many ways, the pandemic exacerbated his already tenuous relationships, as his rigid stance on safety often clashed with the more pragmatic and independent approaches taken by his wives. Kody's behavior was also marked by frequent displays of frustration and helplessness. He often seemed at odds with his own emotions, expressing anger or confusion over his family's decisions. One of the most telling moments that led fans to believe Kody may be experiencing a breakdown came when he openly admitted that he had never anticipated his family would be so divided. His inability to find a solution to the growing discontent within his household was a sign of the internal chaos he was grappling with. Fans noted that Kody's struggle to keep his family united was not just an issue of family conflict. It appeared to be an issue of personal breakdown. Another factor contributing to the idea that Kody might be suffering from a nervous breakdown is the overwhelming pressure of his polygamous lifestyle. Balancing multiple marriages, the needs of several children, and the financial strain that comes with maintaining such a large family has proven to be more difficult than Kody initially imagined. As the show progressed, Kody's frustration with his wife's individual desires, as well as his inability to balance his attention and time between them, became more apparent. His constant demands for more affection, loyalty, and attention from his wives seemed to stem from a place of desperation. Instead of fostering open communication, Kody's authoritarian approach often alienated those closest to him. Perhaps one of the most dramatic signals that Kody was struggling emotionally came when he expressed a sense of loss of control over the direction of his family. The deterioration of his relationship with Christine, followed by his growing distance from Janelle, left Kody feeling isolated. He often portrayed himself as a victim of his circumstances, unable to understand why things had gone wrong. His defensiveness and inability to process the breakdowns in his relationships hinted at deeper emotional issues, which left fans wondering if Kody was on the brink of a nervous breakdown. Finally, Kody's interactions with Robyn, the youngest and newest wife, have also raised eyebrows. Robyn has been the most supportive of Kody, especially as the other marriages began to falter. However, the emotional burden of trying to keep everything together for the sake of his youngest wife only added to Kody's sense of frustration. He has been more open about his emotional distress when speaking to Robyn, yet his constant need for validation from her suggested that he was struggling with feelings of inadequacy and despair. In conclusion, the evidence that fans believe Kody Brown may be experiencing a nervous breakdown lies in his increasingly erratic behavior, his emotional outbursts, his growing frustration with his marriages, and the heightened pressure of managing a large, complex family. Kody's inability to manage the breakdown of his relationships, combined with his heightened sense of stress and control, paints a picture of a man under extreme emotional distress. Whether or not Kody is officially having a nervous breakdown is up for debate, but the signs point to a man who is desperately struggling with the weight of his personal and familial challenges.